Welcome and hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about the 5 multicultural things we learnt about Art Malik and reveal those highs and lows. And hopefully it will inspire and even motivate you. As we only judge a person by their character, not race, color, or religion. So please click this button down below to join our multicultural family if you are new. My name is Bobby A. Said. I am the founder of the MS Show. As you can see from these articles, there has been a bit of controversy. As you would discover from this clip, Art Malik, who has been a long-standing established British actor, known by the British public on their TV screens, had never ever won any awards. This is not only shocking, as some white-based award ceremonies think that only the black candidates should tick their minority box to cover up for their own sins. This has led to so many invisible minorities from the media system, especially if you're a British Muslim, as shown here. We are proud that Art has finally got some recognition. It was the main reason in 1997 our show was established, as it really promoted everyone regardless of their race, colour and religion.
This is the first award I've ever won in my life. Thank you.
Number 1, hard working. This veteran British actor, Art Malik, as you may have seen him on shows like Homeland as Bani Latif, and even earlier in his career in Hobie City as Zubayn Khan. He also has a prolific acting career in films, having starred in Infiltrator with fellow veterans such as Bryan Cranston and Diane Kruger. Born Akhtar ul Haq Malik in Bhaulpur, West Punjab, Pakistan. He was born to Zaid Minister and Mazar ul Haq Malik. His father was a physician who would not only qualify as an ophthalmic surgeon in the UK, but would also secure a surgeon role in Moorfield Eye Hospital later on. With this, they moved to the UK in 1956 when Art was 3 years old during the Queen's coronation with his 4 older brothers. At 10, he would be sent to a private school in Quetta, Balochistan for a year and would later attend Beck Grammar School in Upper Tooting, London to continue his education. Number 2, resilience. Art Malik is dyslexic, which made academic studies difficult for him. While initially going down the route of business studies and a term studying acting at Questa Theatre, he would then go on to win a scholarship for the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. Through his hard work, he would work with the Old Vic and the Royal Shakespeare Company, where he played Othello in 1979. This was an amazing achievement, taking on board the overt racism within Britain at the time against subjects of their Commonwealth or its empire, who helped rebuild this country after the Second World War. Sadly, racism was part of everyday life, overtly and not covertly as it is now. While many actors today and past have often followed the footsteps of their parents, who are well connected within the industry, Art clearly had to strike an independent path in this industry. For an outsider within an industry that was known for being notoriously difficult to get into. To pursue a career in acting is known to be arduous. However, Art didn't let that stop him. 5 years after leaving Guildhall, Art appeared on Granada Television production of The Jewel of the Crown as Hari Kumar. This was considered Art's biggest break at the time, as the show would attract over 9 million viewers in the UK alone. He would also garner international fame, garnering a write-up in the New York Times in 1984 by Michael Billington, where his approach to the character was reported to be a piece of conscious acting rather than a mere projection of self. He would later receive his only BAFTA nomination in 1985 for the Best Actor, alongside fellow cast members Charles Dance and the ultimate BAFTA winner, Tim Pigott-Smith. Based on the strength of his performance, David Lean cast him as Mahmood Ali in 1984's The Passage to India, where he would work with seasoned actors such as Judy Davis, Alex Guinness and Victor Banerjee. The film was a critical success, with Roger Ebert describing the film as one of the best screen adaptations I have ever seen. Number 3, Confidence. It would continue this momentum with the role of Julius Court in Anglia Television's miniseries adaptation of P.D. James' novel, The Black Tower, working alongside Roy Marsden in 1985. He would continuously work throughout the 80s with projects such as The Harem with Omar Sharif and Nancy Travis, and American projects such as the role of Dr. Vad Lahari on the ABC TV series Hot House in 1988. One of his biggest projects of the era was starring alongside Timothy Dalton in the Bond film The Living Daylight as a major ally to 007 and cementing himself as one of the secret agent's long list of allies in the Bond cinematic history. Not bad for a British Muslim until 9/11 came along to really stereotype every Muslim around the world. Number 4, Passion. By the late 80s, Art had already been in American projects, but in 2013, he would star in his first film produced in India, Bhaag Milkha Bhaag, a biographical sports film centering on the life of legendary track and field sprinter Milkha Singh. Amongst India's most seasoned actors and creatives, Art would play the father, Farhan Akhtar, leading role. Art found much connection with this film, noting the film took on an South Asian perspective in the effects of colonialism, which marked a contrast in his earlier roles in the 80s, which approached the subject with a Western perspective. His passion alongside his fellow creatives would bring the film's success, where it was met with praise with various critics such as The Times of India, Madhurita Mukherjee, stating, "While you're on the run, pause to watch this one." He did not stop there, with the Indian cinema reuniting with director Rakesh Omkarsh Mehra in the 2016 epic romantic fantasy Mirza. He had also shown a resistance to sticking to the same pattern earlier in his career, following his role in 1984's box office hit The True Lies, opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. He had received many role offers to do other action films, but he wouldn't turn them down, stating, "I didn't want to do action movies that weren't as good." Clearly, Art is not only committed to bringing humanity to his characters, but also challenging himself to take on performances which match the quality of his previous ventures. Number 5, Humility. His work has been known to inspire others. The British Television and Film Award presented Art with the Sophia Huck Award in 2016 for his contribution to the UK screens for over 30 years. This is 12 years after We at Emma had awarded him for his work, who was ignored by many at the time to recognise his talents as a true winner. He has spoken out about the lack of diversity which faces the broadcasting industry in outlets such as Radio Times, The Guardian and the Sydney Morning Herald. He has made personal commitments to help those around him through his reputation on screen. This includes hosting the 2 Ramadan dinners at the Manchester Pavilion to raise awareness for the Graham Layton Trust, a charity which provides free treatment for curable blindness and visible impairment in Pakistan. In 2018, as a trustee, he shared in 2020 with the charity about the volunteering commitments of his father for the commemorations of the victory over Japan to bring recognition to the 2.5 million British Indian soldiers who enlisted for Britain in the Second World War, whose efforts had been described by many South Asian newspapers as a collective amnesia. In summary, we have chosen to shine a spotlight on Art as we commend him for his contribution to the performing arts and his efforts to help the poor around him, no matter where they are in the world. He is a true Emma winner who would never have been awarded because he didn't fit the so-called trend as stipulated by those lobbies in the many media award ceremonies. Why don't you leave us a comment and let us know if we have missed anything, as we have only touched upon some of his great works. We'd really appreciate a like or even a subscribe, and if possible, please donate on Patreon, however little the amount, to support this channel's ongoing mission to undertake multicultural campaigns. And remember, it's what's inside that counts, a motto we have used at the Emmas. As Art Malik has proven, you can be one of the best and overcome many obstacles in acting. However, no guarantee you will be recognized for it until Emma came along. However, many will recognise him in many long-standing TV shows as a doctor. That reflects the many ethnic minorities who had practically helped to build the UK National Health Service after the Second World War, or better known as the NHS. So until next time, thank you for watching and keep it multicultural.